Welcome to the Fog Gate. Is this a podcast? I don't really know. Today's topic, the Switch 2 unveiling its full specifications and full capabilities. They announced a bunch of stuff. They announced what it can do, how it has magnets inside of it. They mentioned that a couple times, but more specifically, what I actually want to talk about is just that they announced Kirby Air Ride 2. I honestly can't believe they did it. I mean, I really thought it was going to be Smash Brothers for a second with another Sakurai game. I mean, Kirby Air Ride 2, forget everything. Drop all the other news. This is the only thing that matters to me, is a GameCube game from like 2006. Now it's called Kirby Air Riders. Doesn't say much. What is that? 2 more letters, RS. There's completely no gameplay added to it, but I assume it's going to be amazing. But it could also not be. Based on the trailer, all I can see is that it's racing top ride kind of situation, which I'm not really thrilled about. I actually want to just play City Trial. I'm really hoping that there's City Trial because that's the only mode that I want to play. In the GameCube Classic, there were 3 modes. There was Air Ride, Top Ride, and City Trial, and nobody played any of them except for City Trial. City Trial is where it's at. City Trial is the original Battle Royale. The drive around the city, collect different cars, get different power-ups, level up your vehicle, and then ultimately Battle Royale it against another 4 opponents in a stadium-type match, which is fantastic and completely way better than the stupid Air Ride mode, which is just regular-ass racing. And the racing's not that good. It's not amazing. There's not much things you can do in it. There's only one button you can press besides turning. So it's not amazing. You can't even drift, really. I hope there's City Trial. If there's no City Trial, this is a deal breaker. I also hope that it's an online PvP game. There's been a lot of those, and it's called Air Riders, which is a bad sign, even though there are multiple players in the normal game. I just want a checklist. I want to be able to fight bots as an AI, as an old school AI, not new AI. In split screen, I want to have unlockables. I want to have different colored Kirbys. I want to have, what color do we have? Indigo, is that a color? I want to unlock new vehicles. I want to unlock new maps. There was only one map in the last one, and it was amazing, except that there was only one, and, there wasn't much. I want to unlock new crazy cars. I want a Dracoon. Okay, it's called Dragoon. I thought it was called Tracoon the whole time, but whatever. I want to unlock the Tracoon and the green one. The Hydra, which kind of sucks. It just goes really fast when you charge it up really slow. But, the Dracoon is way better, but it doesn't really matter. I want to unlock the jet thing. I want to, Kirby Air Ride is an amazing game. And everyone should play it, and nobody has, and it's very sad. And I'm so glad this is not Smash Ultimate. I really thought it was going to be Smash Ultimate. I just want more events. I want more vehicles. I don't want Top Ride. Don't give me Top Ride. Okay, seriously, if it's just Top Ride, then this game is dead on arrival. More than it already is. I know it's going to do bad. It's going to do terrible. Just come on, be real. It's not Smash. It's not going to do good. But give me City Trial. That's all I need. Okay, on to the less exciting stuff. What was this direct about? Oh yeah, Switch 2. It's kind of just a Switch, to be honest. I mean, there's not much that's actually different. They tried explaining things. They went oh right, here's the features. It's got magnets. It's all right, cool. Why? And they're okay. It's got a C button, so you can talk to people. It's cool. Why though? I mean, I have a phone. I have Discord. I have other chat services that are free. You're a bit behind, but okay. What do you got? And they're okay, it's game changing. Game chat. You chat and you talk to people while looking at them. That's what Zoom is. Okay. No. You can see their gameplay at 2 FPS. And it's okay. Why though? I mean, sure, that's a cool little sneak peek. Sure, I'll look at their gameplay for 2 seconds. I'll zoom in. They'll be hey, look, I found this stick. It's right here. And then you go, okay, C button, click, boop, and it makes its own sound. And then you're watching their gameplay, and it's all right, cool, stick. All right, I'm gonna close the window now. I mean, I want to play my game at full screen. I don't know why I'm looking at this. So Nintendo's okay. We got more features. We got more features. Okay. Game sharing. Remember how you used to be able to give somebody a game and they'd play it? Well, now you can do it still. Remember the DS? You remember download play? Remember playing New Super Mario Brothers on the DS with somebody who already owns it, but they're yeah, but I can also make you play it without the cartridge in your system. They're oh, cool. And then they take it out and they download it, and it takes 6 minutes to download, and then you start playing it, and then you're in the multiplayer mode, which was mediocre, but it was a cool feature for the 2 games that actually featured. Nintendo's yeah, we're bringing that back, so you can play chess. Okay, I mean, that's not very impressive. Yeah, but you can play poker or Uno. Oh, okay, I don't need this feature, but okay. But Switch 2, wait, there's more. Okay, we got a camera. Game changing. Have you heard of FaceTime? Because now we have that. Okay, a feature from 2010. No, it's way different. Okay, it green screens you out. It puts you into a little thing in your gameplay, and you can play iToy games. You know the PS2, the iToy. What do you mean you don't remember that toy? What? You don't remember anti-grav? Oh. Uh-oh. No. It's way better. It's way better. Look. Now it's at 360p. Okay. We got you. Nintendo Switch 2 can play GameCube. You mean like the Wii? Yeah, but a lot less games than that. Like out of the 650 games for the GameCube, you can play 3. It's about not even a 1%. But it's all good, you know. They got Wind Waker. Everybody wanted a Wind Waker. Just not this version. They wanted the HD one. You know, the one for the Wii. Oh, can't say that anymore. It's a forbidden word. The Wii 2. Oh, uh-oh. No, come on. Don't do that. No. How could you have done this? I mean, come on. The Switch U, it can't be that bad. I mean, they got the controllers. They got the... Remember the magnets? The C button? It's got to be game-changing. I mean, it's got $90. Hold on. Wait, what? $90? What? It's just a magnet and a button. It doesn't even do anything. The Switch can't be that expensive. $450. Oh, no. That's the price of the PS5. And that thing can play in 4K. Oh, the Switch 2 does 4K. Okay. And up to 120 FPS. But does it really? Does it, though? Yeah, I played quite a few Switch games. Sometimes they're not even hitting 30 FPS. I mean, have you played Echoes of Wisdom? And you're going to play 120 FPS? I doubt. I guess we'll see in 2 months. June 5th. Pre-orders open April 9th. You only announced like 2 games with gameplay. That's too much money to drop right now. What? At least I could play my old games, right? Oh, here we go. The Switch 2 edition. Now that's okay. I can play my old games. I can make them run at a better frame rate. I can fix Echoes of Wisdom. Mario Party Jamboree. Yep. Game ran fine. Doesn't need an upgrade. Don't need to see faces of people everywhere. Breath of the Wild, Tears of the King. Okay. And I have to pay for it. Okay. No. Why? What? HDR and more resolution and higher FPS. Yeah, isn't that like a toggle? I just played them. That was a year ago. I don't need to play them again. Oh, and Zelda notes. They've invented paper for my phone. Wow. Ooh, interesting. I can do that. I can do that myself. I could do that right now. And you can upgrade Kirby in the Forgotten Land. I think that game ran fine. And Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. That game is not even out, and it's already underperforming. Okay, that's not a good sign for the old gen version. And Pokemon Legends ZA. Okay, here we go. It looks the same. It's just gonna not run bad. That's what you're saying. You're saying the old version is gonna be bad. You're saying buy this one because the other one sucks. Where's the Echoes of Wisdom? Free updates for select Switch games. Okay. There's Echoes of Wisdom. There's Pokemon Scarlet. Okay, those needed some help. Those really needed a push. I'm surprised those were not in the upgrade tier because they needed to go. They were the boulder being pushed up the hill. They needed a tractor up there. What is the difference? Why are some of these free and why are some of them not? I don't understand. Like some of these ran perfectly fine. Captain Toad I thought ran fine. I'd never thought about performance playing Captain Toad. What could you upgrade possibly? Well, this console's got to have some new stuff, right? It's got Mario Kart World. They stuck every single kart from that DLC and all the maps, and they just glued them together. No, okay, it looks different. Okay. Looks like the roads are a little too wide. Looks like 24 players. Okay, that sounds like hell, but that's fine. You know, these roads are really wide. Wow. Fully open world, though. Okay, that makes sense. I understand. I don't know why you'd want to drive off-road. It seems like, based on the map, there's quite a lot of space here. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to drive anywhere that's not in a path. So I don't really know why it's off-road. I really hope there's some things to do. You know, if you're trying to go for the Forza Horizon treatment, they got stuff to do. You go down some weird road, there's things there. You know, you find cars, you do stunt jumps, you have little drift tracks, you have a little speed limit thing. In this you have what am I looking for? You know, why would I go from one place to the next? At least they have normal track features. You could just play the Kart Cup. That's okay. That's fine by me. That's probably what I'll play. And 24 players sounds like a lot, but there's a feature where you can just play and knock them off one by one in Knockout Tour. That's the name. Okay. That sounds good. It might be hell at the beginning, but then as it goes on, might be better. The other thing about the open world is, are the tracks as detailed? Now, some of these tracks looked kind of similar to the stuff that we'd already seen before. And DLC, besides the road being twice as wide, the carts are the same size. They got to fit all these people in there. I just hope that they put as much effort into designing them as they were before. Because before they were, precise. I'm thinking of like Elden Ring to Dark Souls. Dark Souls was like, all right, this is very linear, but very compact and thought out for the map. Then they went to Elden Ring, and it was like, all right, this is a big open world. There's compact areas in between them. There's a lot of nothing there. So I hope there's not a lot of nothing in this. I don't know. Game's not out. But, give me some things to do in between. Tears of the Kingdom. There's stuff to do on the way. It's not nothing. There's things. There's not many dungeons. There's not many specific things. But the whole world is a big checklist of things to do. There's little locations, things to stop at. Mario Kart, it's never been open world. I mean, it could be anything. So, questionable, could be fixed. I don't know. I don't really know. It could be good. I'm liking that there's lots of characters in the Mario Kart. I'm liking that there's definitely lots of tracks with the big open world. Hopefully there's lots of outfits. And it looks like power-ups or something special. That's different. That's cool. Customization's fantastic. I really like that. I really did not like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, where you just start off and all the characters were pre-unlocked. So hopefully that is not a feature. Hopefully you have to unlock things. And hopefully it's not all just outfits and random gold nonsense. But that'd be cool. Another thing I see is rail grinding. That sounds cool. Sounds like a nice addition right there. But bouncing off the walls, too, another feature that's okay. It looks like you can jump kind of on demand. Don't know why you need to jump in a racing game too much, but okay. I mean, you can do flips. There's always there's the ramp. You do the trick. You land, you get a boost. Okay, but this is just like you jump while driving. You land. I don't know the point of that. It's okay with it. The wall bouncing, it depends on the skill level. It's a lot of these games add wall bouncing. There's I'm thinking CS:GO. I'm thinking, a lot of first-person shooters, but a lot of games where you can bounce off walls tend to be first-person shooters. But even Metroid, Ninja Gaiden, jumping off walls, it can be annoying sometimes. Even Mario 64 can be annoying. Depends on the skill level there. When I'm thinking Mario Kart, it shouldn't be that hard. So this could be fun. I think the rail grinding should be easy. I'm sure it's like Tony Hawk. You jump on top of it, and they're just there, except there's no balance meter. That seems easy enough. I guess that's why they have a jump button. You can jump on the rail. That makes sense. But the big heat is $80. I don't think I'm going to pay $80 for Mario Kart. Sure, I'm going to play it forever, probably. I mean, I played the other Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for a while. I never bought the DLC, though. The DLC was a little expensive. I mean, if I put in the DLC on top of the normal base game, DLC is $25. Game's $60. You'd add that on top of each other, that's $85. Full price, of course. It's pretty pricey, but that's a lot of tracks. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Mario Kart World. I don't know how many cups there are. I don't know how many tracks specifically. If the tracks kind of level out to the amount of DLC, which kind of seems impossible. That DLC was huge. That was a whole nother game worth. So if you're selling me 2 games worth of Mario Kart, $80. That's a tough price tag. I think it really should have been 60 plus 20. I mean, an optional purchase or something. DLC down the road. I guess they just wanted it all at once. I mean, it would look weird if the part of the map was missing. $80. That's a tough one for me. Would I buy it at $80? Probably not. That sounds a lot. I mean, I guess it's the default game, right? You buy the Switch 2, you got to buy Mario Kart. There's nothing else. Nothing else releases. you gotta wait a month and a half for the next game. So you're kind of stuck with it unless you're going to play, Tears of the Kingdom again? So at 80, I'm probably not going to, unless it's amazing. If the reviews say this is the greatest, not even the greatest Mario Kart, the greatest game ever created on the Switch, and then it's like, alright, that's instead of a deal breaker, that's a deal creator. Okay. Then it must be a must buy. Tears of the Kingdom, I feel like fits in that window. Tears of the Kingdom launched at $70. Normal Switch games are $60. $70 is like, ooh, that's a tough asking price. At $70, most of the time, I don't even buy games at $70. I wait. I think I've only bought 2 games at $70. Tears of the Kingdom and Elden Ring, another giant open world game that's in a very similar style. Now, this is an open world game. I mean, I just need I need that locked in, that the ratings are good, that the game's good overall. I mean, the game could suck. You never know. And that there's enough stuff to do in that world for $80. That's an extra $10. I mean, if I'm going by idiot math, that means it's got to be twice as amazing as Tears of the Kingdom is over an average game. That's idiot math there. Mario Kart World. I don't know. It just kind of right now looks like Mario Kart with a little extra. It's not selling me. If this was a $60 game, I mean, I'd still be just as suspicious. But 80, I don't see where that's coming in yet. I don't see where they got that number from. It's just like they pulled it out of thin air in this game. Especially when you talk about the next one, which is not 80. $70. I mean, I might buy if it's really good, but at 60, yeah, I'm probably, I don't know. At 60, you'd probably buy it, unless it's really bad. I don't know. It's hard to compare. When you go to the next game, Donkey Kong Bonanza. Surprisingly, the showstopper Bonanza. It's quite a title, Bonanza. It's a pretty cool title. You should say it yourself, Bonanza. It's way better than Jamboree. I don't like saying Jamboree. Bonanza sounds awesome. Donkey Kong Bonanza launches July 17th, a month and a half later. And it is, most importantly, $70, not $80. Okay, I don't want to talk about the price the whole time, but clearly there's a differentiating factor in why is Mario Kart more expensive by $10. And I assume it must be the open world, that it's like actually huge compared to Bonanza, which looks like an open world, but it's probably more of a Mario Odyssey kind of game where it's level based. Based on the footage, I mean, it looks pretty big. So I don't know. Maybe Mario Kart's just not selling that it's huge. It might be a gigantic game. It might be massive. Nintendo's got to tell me this. They got to say, hey, here's $10 of value. The map's this $10 worth bigger, but I haven't seen it. Bonanza is like, it looks like a classic Nintendo game. It looks like a great Odyssey follow-up. I will say, it also looks terrifying because Donkey Kong looks messed up. I mean, his eyes look, what is going on there? Something about the darks around his eyes. He's got those weird-ass raccoon eyes. I mean, what's going on? That and his little buddy, you know. There's so many of these games that were launched now with this little buddy. Do you know what I'm talking about? Mario Odyssey. You think of Mario Odyssey. Who do you think of? You think of Mario, right? Do you remember his cap? The little buddy, you know? Mario Galaxy. Who do you think of? You think of Mario, don't you? Well, you remember the star thing? Mario Sunshine. You remember the little guy? No, not Mario. The backpack. The little guy. Can we stop doing this little guy thing? I've had enough, okay? We don't need little people. We don't need these little backpack people, okay? They're not real characters. They're just there to talk. Mario Wonder. You think about Mario? No. You think there's a little flower. What is this? No more little guys, okay? Banjo Kazooie. Ratchet and Clank. Jack and Daxter. No more little guys. Get them out of here, okay? Mario and Luigi. Oh, can't say that anymore. Uh-oh. Cut that out. Donkey Kong Bonanza. I really like the other enemies. I just don't like Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong looks weird. He looks bizarre. He looks like Mario in the Mario movie. He just looks wrong. He looks like, I don't know, Dario. He's not correct. Something is misshapen in his face. Now, the other enemies look fine. They look cool. They look, ape-like. Donkey Kong just doesn't. I think they took too much Donkey into his Kong. I can't handle it. For the game itself, though, I think it's great that it's like fully destructible environment. It looks what it looks like, or at least most of it. I think it's a cool concept. It's very like that heist game where you can destroy everything that's voxel based. I don't remember the name of. Or Big Rock Galactic, Deep Rock Galactic. What the hell is Big Rock Galactic? Donkey Kong carries a big rock. So I think this is good gameplay. The rock stuff, I don't know. The rock. I would have preferred something more exciting than a bunch of rocks. Unless they're minerals. And it's okay. There's 2D sections in the game. That's okay. I'm not really excited by the 2D Donkey Kong. I never really got into Donkey Kong as the franchise. I like him in Mario Party. I like when he gives you the stupid banana mini games. But just the gameplay of the 2D Donkey Kongs, they're not very exciting to me, so I hope that's pretty short. In Mario Odyssey, there were little gameplay sections that were 2D, and they were fine. They weren't that long, so I hope it's like a return to form. Little, hey, look, this is what it used to be like, and then it's like, all right, back to the 3D stuff. This is what you're actually here for. That's what I want to see in this game, Donkey Kong Bonanza. And this game is $70. Would I buy it at $80? It's probably not. I mean, it's like a Mario Odyssey style game where it's going to be kind of short, to be honest, because it's level based. It's not huge. They didn't show a giant map like Mario Kart. So at $80, I probably wouldn't buy it, which is good because it's $70. Now at $70, would I buy it? I don't know. If it's long, I assume it's not. It could be long. I don't really know. And if it's really good in review scores, that'd be fantastic. At $70, sure. Why not? If I have the system, that's another thing. And if it were even lower at $60, I mean, I'd probably buy it. Unless it's bad. Unless it's reviewed bad. I mean, well, that's generally for everything. They just released another Donkey Kong game on the Switch, and the reviews are saying it's more of the same game. Donkey Kong Returns HD. It's a Wii game. $54. That's where they get these numbers from. They just make them up out of thin air. Now, those are the 2-star games besides Kirby Air Riders, which there was no gameplay. I can't review. I need City Trial. Just give me City Trial, and don't give me $80. Come on. Don't pull that with Air Ride. You're gonna kill a franchise. Don't do it. Don't do it. Give me City Trial. Give me a good deal. Give me the checklist. Give me the track code. I seriously cannot believe they announced that for the Switch 2. And it's not even called Air Ride. It's called Air Riders. Give me the 2. I want the number 2. And those are all you get. Oh, wait. Actually, there's a bunch more. There's a million games that they announced for the Switch 2. Never mind. I'm sorry. But just like all 90 million% of them were already announced. So they're not very exciting to me, honestly. But there were a couple exceptions that were kind of interesting. But I saw Enter the Gungeon 2. Enter the Gungeon 2 seemed pretty cool. It was in 3D. The other game was in 2D. And it was fine. 3D is cooler. Sure, I saw a billion bullets. That seems cool. Sounds interesting. I'd pick that up if it wasn't $75. Game's hard, though. I never beat Under the Gungeon. I think I got to like the second area. But the guns were cool. Gameplay was great. And I completely forgot there's another Nintendo game that I didn't even talk about. It's called Drag X Drive. And I didn't talk about it because it looks like it's going to be dead on arrival. I'm sorry. Oh, whoops. Oh, it's okay. The Switch 2 has mouse controls. And if I didn't say that already, it's a feature that I don't understand. Why would you be using a mouse on a device that you can take portably? Where are you going to get a table from? You remember the rooftop ad for the Switch? You think they're going to be playing PC games on a rooftop? They're going to have their mouse on some wooden little table, little chunky splintery thing sliding around? I don't think so. I think that's just not happening. And this is one of those PC games. It's a cool idea. Okay, so you get to use a wheelchair. Each mouse, each hand, two-handed mouse. Now, that's the interesting idea. Okay, two mouses for each hand. This game specifically, I think the gameplay for the mouse is not necessary. I don't know why they put it in. I think it's going to turn into an HD Rumble situation where they put it in the controller and then nobody uses it. This game utilizes it, except it's just not exciting. I mean, the whole world is gray. It seems like they just made it as bleak as possible. You're playing basketball in a wheelchair. That's the whole game. Need I say more? On top of it's basketball, which does basketball sell well? Oh, 2K. Oh, well, okay. To me, it's just not interesting. I don't know. It's too Rocket League-y for me. Except there's no rockets, so it's just League. What do you get? This is just sports. I mean, I guess you get to roll around the wheelchair. You get to use the controls, and that's what I'll move on to the next big hitter. Duskbloods, which I definitely called as a FromSoft game from the second it showed up, because there is no other game that has arms that are that long. Now, if you have not played Bloodborne, look at the length of these people's arms. Something is insanely wrong with the people that made this game. What is wrong with these people's arms? They're going down to their kneecap. Hold on, how long did my arms go? They go at least 6 inches above the kneecap. These are below the kneecap. These are at least a foot too long. Actually, I'm looking at this picture. There's a guy with arms that is even a foot longer than his other arm. What is going on with this FromSoft game? There's a lot of feet, and there's a lot of people with too long arms. Duskbloods is not Bloodborne. All right, I'll get it out of the way. It's just, it isn't. I thought it was for a while, but then it seemed very different. It's very steampunk, modern, London-y, vampire-y. It's very vampire-y, which Bloodborne should have been, but it kind of wasn't, surprisingly. It's in the name, Blood. But no, it's more werewolfy, actually. Duskbloods is from, it looks very Sekiro also for some reason, and it's apparently a PvPvE, which sounds terrible. Dead on arrival. I'm sorry. I hate those PvPvP. I hate saying it. It sounds terrible. Doesn't come off the cuff. So it seemed cool visually, gameplay, but I want more E. I want less P. I want no PvP. There's PvP in Dark Souls games, in Souls-like games, and I just don't like it. That's it. The PvP comes first before the VE. I want the VE. I want PvE parentheses VP. I want there to be completely offline campaign, and I just don't trust it if that's in the tagline of this game. I can't believe you massacred my boy. If there's a good campaign, completely offline gameplay, then fantastic. If the game is basically fully playable with no player versus player, then that would be fantastic. I just don't believe it. Now, there is that other game, Elden Ring Night Rain, which kind of seems like the same exact thing, except it's not PvP. I'm expecting a very similar situation out of that game as this game, except this game is 2026 and Night Rain is coming out this year. I don't know how it's going to hold up single player. Night Rain is supposed to be playable single player. Single player or 3-player total co-op. No 2-player, which is weird. But because it has single-player opt-in, that's built into the game, I think it's viable, but Duskbloods, that's, if there's no single-player option, this game is done. It's death sentence. What's bizarre is that this is a Nintendo Switch exclusive. Switch 2. And, it's weird. FromSoft has a Bloodborne, which is a Sony exclusive now. And Microsoft is dead in the water. They missed their chance. They missed their chance for this game that nobody's going to play. I'm being a little too negative. Alright, they also released normal Elden Ring for the Switch 2, and it's basically the same game. It's just the Elden Ring plus DLC plus Horse Armor. Just ignore it, which is probably not going to run great. I'm going to be honest. They have Cyberpunk on the Switch. It's probably not going to run great. This is why I'm not talking about all these games that are already out. There's just no point. But they do have a brand new game. It's called Hyrule Warriors. This is already a game that came out, kind of. I hate these games. I don't like Hyrule Warriors. I don't like this game where you fight a million people at once. Moving on, they have Deltarune. I don't play Deltarune, but it's there. It's brand new. It's got new chapters. And that's kind of it. The Switch 2 has a couple more features. It's got a new kickstand. Okay. I mean, the original one was pretty bad, so that's a nice feature. It's got bigger thumbsticks, which look honestly the same as the normal one. It's got that C button, which however much people are going to chat, I probably doubt it. It's got HDR capabilities, fantastic, except you removed OLED on the screen, which is not a feature. It's a D feature. It's got a bigger screen, slightly. It's okay. It's an okay screen. It's got 1080, which is nice on the handheld version, which I mainly played handheld. I didn't really dock much. And they're saying that when you dock it, it goes up in quality, and we'll see about that. It's got 3D spatial audio, which is a fantastic feature that I doubt any game is actually going to use. Just honestly, based on HD Rumble, I just highly doubt it. I mean, the PS5 also has this feature, and it's in like a couple games, and it's cool. It's not that different, though. I don't know. I really think that the PS5 has those forced feedback triggers. I think that's a way better feature than 3D spatial audio, but 3D spatial audio it's an easy thing to just toss in there. You can just add that into anything, I feel like. And also the dock has a fan. Who cares? It's got more space, 256 gigabytes. Cool. I can hold more than about 5 games on my base Switch. It also takes different SD cards. It only takes Express SD cards, which, okay, don't really know what that means. Is that even a different price? According to my 5-second Googling, yes, it's more expensive. And that's about it. The Switch 2, it's a Switch with the number 2 on it. What else can I say? It's improved some things, and not enough. That's really all I can say. It's a Switch kind of 1.5. I think there was a long rumor about a Switch Pro, and this is kind of what it is. I mean, it's a better Switch. It's not amazing. If it's got 4K capabilities, and if it actually hits 4K, if it actually hits 1080, 60 on handheld mode consistently, then that's a pretty good up. But it's not got the games currently for me. It's got 2.5 games. Kirby Air Red it's got some games. It's making me pay for the other games that I already have that run and unsatisfactory. That hurts me personally. I've been attacked. And some of the other features on here are just things I'd never use. Things I don't think anybody will ever use. Is it a good deal at $450? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say wait. They released a Switch and it was OLED, and this one is not OLED, so what's the point? I know they're going to release an OLED. I know the prices are going to get cheaper. I know these games aren't going to come out yet. Like, if you're excited for Dusk Bloods, that game comes out in 2026. You got time. You could think about it. For the OLED, you're going to be waiting for a while. The original Switch came out in 2017. The OLED came out in 2021. That's a 4-year wait. If you can wait till 2029 for a Switch 2 OLED, then you'll have plenty of games to come at that point. If we're going by the yearly cycle, that's a while. I don't know. Will I buy the Switch 2 right now? I'm going to say no. I'm going to wait. Let me see what games there are. Let me try and wait for an OLED. Let me give up, because that 4 years is a long time. There could at least be a better bundle. There's always a bundle. There's always a Christmas bundle. This is coming out in June. In 6 months, it's probably going to go down to $450 with the Mario Kart bundle, which is $500. If you're buying it like that, Mario Kart's $30 off, which is, decent, but that game's really expensive. $80. If you're buying it at Christmas, probably normalish price. Maybe. I don't know. The easier decision is, will I pre-order? No, I'm not pre-ordering. I'm waiting. Wait for reviews. Wait for other games to be confirmed is what I would suggest. If you have a Switch 1, you're pretty good. I mean, the Switch 1's nice. If you've got other games to play, take your time. Beat them there. Wait for other stuff to release, or even have other releases that you want currently and just wait to play them on Switch 2. Like Pokemon ZA. That game's not out yet. Metroid Prime 4. That game's not out yet. Maybe just don't buy them and wait. Get that free upgrade for free. I'm sure they're going to sell upgraded versions at the default price on store shelves. The other thing I didn't mention is that apparently physical games are going to be $10 more in price, which is just ridiculous. I'm sorry. That's unacceptable. Now, I can't confirm that that's true, but if that is true, that's disgusting. I will not pay for any game at that. Can you imagine paying for Mario Kart World for $90? $90? That's ridiculous. That's the Switch 2. I don't know. I went in so hopeful of it, and it's not what I expected. I expected numbers to be much lower, like the 2 to be a 1, and I'm just okay. I'd say wait. And that's this episode of the Foggate Podcast. Is this even? I don't know. What is this? Thank you. Goodbye. I'll see you at the Switch 3.